Hello and welcome to our last edition of Patriot Pride through the 2006-2007 school year. I'm Melissa.
And I'm Nicole. And as a senior, I'm sad to say that my last year here flew by. It's no surprise that time goes by so quickly when there are so many things going on in and around our school. On this edition of Patriot Pride, we will be wrapping up the girls lacrosse season as well as reviewing the boys lacrosse Mayor's Cup game played between Wayne Hills and Wayne Valley, as well as viewing a fall sports preview for next year. Aside from sports, we'll be taking a look at two new events that our students were involved in, including the Hypnotist Fundraiser and the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life. We'll be taking a look at our award-winning robotics club and a special inside look at a group comprised of students and teachers alike that traveled to New Orleans to aid Katrina victims. So sit back and relax. Patriot Pride starts now.
You know, sometimes people might think that Matt and Andrew sound like the same person, but that would just be silly.
So guys, coming into tonight's game, both Wayne Hills and Ramapo are 7-0. What do the Patriots need to do tonight in order to win the NBL Division I championship?
I think it's definitely the passing game because, the Patriots are known for their running offense, and this is, quite frankly, a weak secondary, so they really need to take advantage of that and work on their passing game. I agree.
Yes, it's true. Yes, it's true. I'm so happy to be stuck with you.
Wayne Hills is known for its dominance in fall sports. The next video contains clips and interviews from players and coaches of next year's fall season. Let's take a look.
Let's go. Yeah. For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, y'all. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name. He doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the...
We have a really strong lineup for next year's team. I'm really looking forward to it. Some of the key players are Ryan Dubin, who's one of our best forwards, along with Dan Constance, who's also a really strong forward. And in the midfield, we have Tony DeLorenzis and Jordan Sujin, who are both really strong players who are looking to hold down the middle of the field. And in the back, we have myself at goalie, and we also have Joe Bernetti in defense, as well as Mike Daniel and Tyler DeBrody and Joe Bernetti. So we're looking for a really strong team next year because we have a lot of seniors willing to contribute. There are three captains, as always, for next year's team. They include myself, Alan Bernstein, along with Ryan Dubin and Tony DeLorenzis. We have three strong leaders, and we're really looking forward to leading our team to victory next season.
Our expectations for next year are basically the same as every year: win counties and have a good record and win the state tournament. The soccer team will be practicing all summer, but the official practices will start August 18th.
We only graduated 4 seniors last year, so we're getting a good starting lineup back. We have Elise DiBianco, who will come back as a forward, Lauren Bracco, who was a good scorer last year, along with Kim Giametta, who was our leading scorer last year. So I'm hoping those three will show good leadership, along with Tammy, Amy, Claire, and some other seniors and juniors that we have coming up. Elise, Lauren, and Kim Giametta, they're the ones that are hopefully going to step up this year, but I have a lot of senior leadership and a lot of expectations from the seniors this year, so they all should do well as leaders. To be competitive in our league and our county again for past 5 years now, we made it to the county final, so that's always a goal. Hopefully this year we'll actually take the title back like we did 2 years ago, and then once again make it to states. We start like everyone else on August 18th, and we do the same thing as pretty much everyone else. We have our conditioning morning sets, nice and early in the morning, 6 o'clock. We'll run double sessions, conditioning sessions, and skill sessions to get ourselves ready. We have a scrimmage right away after 7 days, so it's quick.
The captains for next year are Jeremiah Kao, Danny DeSico, Michael Giampapa, Michael Roman, and Timmy Waller. These guys are captains because they show good leadership on the field and off the field. They show leadership in the weight room as also during practice. My expectations for the team are the same every year since I've been in high school. Our first order of operations is to go for the league championship and then from there move on to the state championship. And like I said, from the beginning of the year, we're all just ready, and we're all just ready for the first game, and we'll go on from there. Some of the players that are gonna have to step up for us next year are gonna be some of the juniors, as in Paul Drake at defensive end. He's gonna have to step up. He's been getting big in the weight room. So has Brian Dickman. He's gonna have to step up for us at tight end and also linebacker. Most of our line has to step it up too, as in Bowen Jones. I mean, he just came off lacrosse. He's got to get physically and mentally strong from the weight room and in practice. And the rest of our line just needs to step up and back up our line that we had last year, which was big and dominant. Yes, I'm looking forward to another successful year and hopefully another state championship. Our expectations are the same coming into every season: win the first game, then go on from there. We have practice right now. As soon as we go into practice, we're not talking about state championship. We're not talking about anything else but Northern Highlands, which is our first game. We talk about them for the rest of the week, and then after we beat them, we go to the next team, and from there on, we just are looking forward to who our next team is during the week.
Yeah, so basically during the summer I'll help run some captain's practices and just get the team ready for the season and help motivate them for every single game. Next year we're looking for our offense to step up and make sure we score a lot of goals next year. Last year it kind of hurt us because we lost 2 of our big games to penalty kicks, so we're hoping not to let it get that far this year. Also, we have most of our defense returning, so we look to shut down every single team. Next year we have Jackie Sabia. She's one of our top offenders. We have Vicky Mishna in the middle as a midfielder. In the back, you have Linda and Erica, and I play sweeper, and we have a solid defense. And that's pretty much who we look for this year. Our preseason starts August 18th, and our captain's practices start July 24th. I'm really looking forward to next season. We hope to win counties and states next year and get really far.
In this next segment, we will be taking a look at the Wayne Hills first annual Relay for Life. The event was a success in which students, parents, survivors, and friends participated in a 15-hour event that spurred emotions, laughs, and an overall great experience for everyone involved. Our school raised over $50,000 to be given to the American Cancer Society for cancer research. We will now hear from an ACS employer as well as 2 of our very own Wayne Hills students.
Relay for Life is the American Cancer Society's signature event, and it's the largest fundraising activity in the world. It's also an overnight celebration of life and cancer survivorship, and it basically offers everyone in the community the opportunity to take part in the fight against cancer. It's a unique team-based event. They gather at community sites and they take turns walking, jogging, or running laps. The first relay event actually took place in 1985 in Tacoma, Washington, when a colorectal surgeon walked the track for 24 hours and as a result raised $27,000. Relay events begin with an opening ceremony, followed by a survivor ceremony and a survivor lap. And the survivor lap is actually a victory lap that the cancer survivors take around the track. Participants in relay events relay to them is actually a healing experience because it also gives them an opportunity to meet others who have claimed their victory over cancer. After the night falls, we have what we call a luminaria ceremony, where luminaria bags are lit in honor of loved ones or in memory of loved ones. 1 in 3 people will be diagnosed with cancer in their lifetime. The dollars that are raised through Relay for Life events actually help the American Cancer Society in 4 main areas, and it's research, education, advocacy, and patient services.
The futures for relays to come looks very bright. This year, John and I had chaired it as relay heads, but then some people took an active role, especially Jody Joseph, who's worked as activity chair and done a great job. So definitely with her and a lot of other members of student council who got involved and have been really productive and helpful. We think there's a great future, and this will turn into an annual event and have even more success.
I'm Jody Joseph, and I was the activities chair for the Wayne Hills Annual Relay for Life in 2007. We had so many activities going on that the whole night was alive, and everyone had a great time. And we really hope that we can do, even better next year if that's possible. And as being a chair next year, I hope that I'm going to be able to bring the animation to relay that was brought this year.
I remember back when I was being diagnosed and I developed bumps on my neck and we didn't really know what it was. And then I had gone to see a ears, nose, and throat doctor or something. And basically he misdiagnosed me and then gave me medication to make the bumps go down. And when the bumps went down and then came back, we were kind of like, okay, this isn't normal. They gave me a biopsy and diagnosed me with Hodgkin's disease. And when I was told I had Hodgkin's disease, I was pretty much like, how is this happening? How is this me? You don't really expect it, and you pretty much think that your family is the healthy family. We had everything. We're a stable family, and then all of a sudden, I was the little sister that had cancer, and my brother and my sister were basically my little sister, what are we gonna do? And then my mom and my dad were a wreck the first day too, but after that we all pretty much grew together and strong about it, because we knew with everything that's out there and all the research that has been done, thank God to American Cancer Society also, that I was gonna get through it.
In our next segment, we will be taking a look at the Wayne Hills girls lacrosse team. This year was a rebuilding year for the team since they lost a large portion of their offense. Now let's take a look to see what they're all about.
Hi, my name is Becky Olas. I'm a captain of the Wayne Hills girls lacrosse team, and I've been playing for 4 years. I play center, which is the person who takes the draw at the beginning of the game and after each goal, and who also goes on both offense and defense. Practice, we usually start off with running 2 campuses, then we get into shuttle lines, where we do both right-hand and left-hand catches as well as ground balls. After that, we usually go over offensive plays or defensive strategies and scrimmage. Our expectations this year are to win sectionals for states. We also would like to beat Ramapo and Northern Highlands, our 2 top competitors, and win most of our games.
Hi, my name is Coach Marie Tripp, and I am the girls lacrosse coach here at Wayne Hills High School. I have been coaching girls lacrosse for 6 years, varsity coach for 3, and this spring season I hope for our girls to once again, for the 3rd straight year, go to the state championship. Hopefully our expectations in this rebuilding year will increase throughout the season as it goes through. In practice, every day the girls warm up with a few laps around the fields. They stretch. They do a few campuses, which is running laps around the entire campus of school. We'll do shuttle lines, throwing and catching using both our right hand and our left hand. We do a lot of scrimmage work, and we break down a lot of techniques into which the girls work on throwing, catching, ground ball pickups, and then we work in plays, attacking plays and defensive plays using our zone defense. Throughout, rebuilding this year's team, we are going to increase our defense as well as our attack throughout the field.
Hi, my name is Chelsea Friesick, and I'm a junior and captain of the Wayne Hills lacrosse team. My position is a home, and what homes do is basically get the transition from the other players during the midfield and try to cut and get goals. What makes our team good is the fact that we could run the ball and outrun other players on other teams because we're more athletic.
What up, cuz? What up, blood? What up, gangsta? They say I walk around like I got an S on my chest. Now that's a semi-auto in the vest on my chest.
Hi, my name's Megan O'Neill. I'm a sophomore, and I play varsity girls lacrosse. I've been playing lacrosse for 5 years. I started when I was in 6th grade, and this is my 2nd year playing varsity. I have a point. They play defense. They basically stay back by the goalie and just help out, slide onto girls when they're coming down and attacking the goal. Brina Heskins and our captain, Kim Calderone, are also defenders, and they're awesome. They do a great job.
David Santa. Senior. Play-by-play commentator. The drive for 5 begins September 7th, 2007. Be there.
In our next segment, we will be taking a look at the Wayne Hills robotics team who recently won the North Jersey robotics competition. Let's take a closer look at what went into building their award-winning robot.
My name is Ryan Scullion. I've been involved with the robot for about 2 years. I think it's a good program because just looking at the other robots, a lot of them have more influence than the teacher. With teachers, going through the robots and building the robots than the students do. But I think our robots, really completely student built. We're in first place right now. We did, we're third in bocce and second in fishing, and it averages out that we're in first place. So we're doing pretty well. We gotta get through the obstacle course, and hopefully we did well on presentation.
Hi, I'm Jim Mandaris. My first year in robotics. I'm a senior. I got a lot out of robotics, learning a lot about how different things work, and also I got to do most of the electrical work, so I got to learn a lot more about that, and I got to interact with a lot of different people. We had a couple electrical problems on Tuesday. We ironed everything out. We were having a steering problem, but we fixed that, so the robot should be running fine, and we shouldn't have any problems today. I would recommend this program to any student in Wayne Hills. It really gives you a chance to interact with a lot of people, learn a lot of different things, and it's just an all-around great program, one of the best I've been in.
My name's Ed Rolfe. I've been in the program for actually just this year. I took it before, but I actually never stayed in the program and did the competition. I like how it's like a whole team, how you can do stuff and everyone, you get to meet people and work with people that you might have not worked with and anything else. I like the whole team aspect of just life and everything, and I like working, and I always liked building, and this basically ties everything together, and the deadlines and all the pressure, I thrive off that. I really like that. More things gone wrong than right, basically. We had problems with our motors burning up. We had problems with connections, and we had a lot of little problems. And then in building, we ran into a lot of problems. The Saturday before the competition, we were testing out the arm, and a piece of it broke, a vital piece, and we had to rebuild the whole arm. And just along the way, we hit a lot of robot blocks, but we fabricated other parts and made stuff work, and we got ourselves here. Day one is basically, there was fishing and bocce ball. The fishing event was, there was a pool in the middle of this square, basically, and you had to go pick up a net, go to the pool, scoop up fish, and bring those fish now down and dump them into a box. Every team was having problems just picking up the net and stuff. Our first run, we actually had a little problems driving, and it was a little iffy. We were the only team the first run to pick up a fish. And then we actually were the most flawless, I would say, through the whole thing without little problems with picking up the fish in that event. Also, there was a bocce ball event, which you had to load 4 balls into your machine. Then you had to use a mechanism to send them down a court at a little jack, and you're allowed to hit the jack and everything like that. And basically, you shoot a ball, and the team next to you shoots a ball. And if there's, if you shoot 2 balls in a row, both those balls get taken out, and just little rules like that. But that's basically how it went. And we actually tied for first, and we did a tiebreaker and ended up getting in third. So, but other than that, though, we did good. I definitely would recommend this program to other kids. There's a lot of stuff, like I said before, too. A lot of kids, there's a quote in our room that says, in school, people don't know they're smart or don't think they're smart because what they're smart at isn't valued in school. And that's a lot of things, and a lot of kids are like that because they might not get 100 on their English test, but they can go and they can build anything or design something. And that's not really valued as much in school unless you take a program like this, and then it truly is valued. So a lot of kids, this can spark a lot of kids' interest that maybe in school are like, oh, school's not really for me, and don't want to pursue other things. It can spark kids' interest to engineering and stuff like that. And there's a lot of kids like that I think miss this program. And that I think a lot more people should take advantage of this program and what they can get out of it.
Hi, I'm Robert Yost, the advisor of the robotics team. I'm really proud of the team this year, especially because I didn't have to chase after the kids to get to work. They came to class every day with new ideas. We got it down on paper, and we started out without any real hang-ups. We did run into problems with our arm, which we spent a lot of time on. But I got to tell you, the kids really made the time to come in on weekends and after school. And this is an unpaid club for me, so I gave of myself, and we spent lots of countless hours working together and sweating over problems. And you know what? Really the best part of this competition is that the students built the robot themselves, unlike a lot of teams that are here today. And I'm confident in my students, and I make that point very clear because I sit in the stands for both days. The kids built the robot. They know how to troubleshoot it, and you know what? That's what this competition is really about.
Hi, I'm Mr. Markowick, and I'd like to talk about the benefits of the robotics competition for Wayne Hills High School. The robotics competition is basically a culminating activity of a lot of different courses over an interdisciplinary realm. All the math, science, and CAD, computer courses, and your auto course or any other tech courses all combine into giving students knowledge about how to work together and how to produce a product that's going to compete in this great competition. Mr. Yost has put together a wonderful team, and I believe that based on all the work that's been done, our success is already had, and we're hoping for a good finish. But I'm very proud of the students and the staff for the product they produced.
Robotics overall competition champion is Wayne Hills.
You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone. Anyone I ever met. You're the best.
Dan DeSico, senior. Running back. Number 20.
20, 15, that's a great kick. He's got room, he's at the 5.
The Drive for 5 begins September 7th, 2007. Be there.
In our next segment, we will be taking a look at the Wayne Hills boys lacrosse team and their game against Wayne Valley in this year's second annual Mayor's Cup.
I took her out, it was a Friday night. I woke alone to get the feeling right. We started making out and she took off my pants, but then I turned on the TV, and that's about the time she walked away from me. Nobody likes you when you're 23, and I still more abuse my TV shows. What the hell is ADD? My friends say I should act my age. What's my age again? What's my age again?
I'm Matt Weinstein, and I'm an attackman on the Wayne Hills lacrosse team. Well, the Mayor's Cup is the game, again, for Wayne Hills, Wayne Valley. It's a great game around town. We do hockey also. The mayor was actually our lacrosse coach in PAL in 8th grade. And it's just a great way to bring the town together and have a good lacrosse game. Well, for all our seniors, it obviously means a lot to them. We never beaten Valley before in lacrosse, so it's gonna mean a lot to all of them. They don't want to go out. They don't want to go out losing to Valley. Definitely not. This is the biggest game of the year, and I'm sure the seniors will definitely will be looking to win this one. If you get a win over Wayne Valley, it'll be a big boost to us for momentum going into the state tournament. It's our last regular season game, and playing Sparta in the first round of the state tournament will definitely give us a lot of momentum and to try to beat Sparta first round. Overall, this season we've been great. We're 10-7. Hopefully, looking for the 11th win against Valley to go 11-7 with the regular season. Hopefully, looking for a win in first round of state tournament. And it's been a great successful season. Another great successful season for Wayne Hills.
Pond, and it wasn't at night because it seemed like Kyle Hannenberg tied the game again. We brought into overtime again, and unfortunately we lost in overtime again. So it was a tough loss and reminded me a lot of last year. We prepared a lot for this game. Our coach, Coach Jacobson, he watched a lot of film. He scouted out Valley. We felt very prepared to play them. Unfortunately, it didn't work out that well. I think we worked much harder than them to come to this game, and unfortunately we lost, but it was a good effort. I had a very important role in the Wayne Hills Wayne Valley game. People might not realize I was kind of behind the scenes. I was standing behind the goal, serving as the ball boy. So if a shot was to go wide and miss the net, I was there to back it up and get the ball back into play very quickly. So the referees didn't get impatient, or the players didn't get impatient. I also filled up water bottles, so I was key. I think next year should be a very good game also, and I think that next year we should be able to come out on top because although we graduated our entire starting attack and 2 of our defensemen, Wayne Valley also graduated some key players. I think we have a huge step up on goalies. David Kornitzer, he's going to be a junior next year. He's a lot better than their goaltender. And we also have some young talent coming in next year. I think we'll just have to step up from them. This was the first year that we actually had the title of Mayor's Cup and a trophy was given out. The lacrosse programs in the Wayne High Schools, they're very new, and I think lacrosse is a growing sport and it's going to just keep growing. So I think the Mayor's Cup, as the years go on, is going to become bigger and bigger. I think the turnouts are going to become bigger and bigger. Maybe never a football kind of turnout, but I think it has the chance.
Parker Weston, member of the Wayne Hills lacrosse team, varsity. Mayor's Cup is our high school lacrosse game versus Wayne Hills and Wayne Valley. And if you win, you get a lot of bragging rights because you see the other team all over town a lot, and you can rub it in their face, I guess. The key players for this game will be our midfielder Kyle Hannenberg, number 10. He's probably one of our best players, and Matt Diglio, our captain on defense, as well as Eric Belgard and Josh Klein. Those guys have been a solid brick wall this year, and they need to step it up. And then our 3 starting attackmen, Coy Rosenblum, J.R. Gleed, and Dave Capps. They have to have big games, scoring a lot of goals. And also Mike DiChiara and Ian Little both have really stepped up this year. Mike's only been playing for about a year, and he's done an amazing job scoring. I think he's got 10 or 11 points of the season. Ian Little, the superb sophomore, has done a great job so far this year. So pretty much our starting guys got to step it up and do well, along with our defensive midi, Bowen. Well, last year was the first time we played the Mayor's Cup, and we lost to Wayne Valley. I believe the score was 5-4, but we've played them 3 times so far, and we haven't beaten them, so all the seniors and everybody on our team is hoping this year will be different. Wayne Hills will win. The Mayor does have lacrosse experience. I believe he played in his younger days, and he also used to help out with the PAL lacrosse team as well. I don't actually know. He kind of is there to watch it and everything, but I'm not sure if he has a big role. He probably introduces the game. He'll be out on the field congratulating you if you win after the game. For this game, we've had the longest time I've ever been practice for a game, which has been 3 days. We practiced yesterday, Friday, and Sunday to prepare for this big game, once-in-a-lifetime event. This year for the seniors, it'd be a huge event because we've known most of these kids, and just to go away with a victory against your town's arch rivals after you graduate high school is a big event, and also gives us some momentum going into our first state game.
Hannenberg, midfield. Losing the seniors this year is going to be pretty tough. You know, we lose almost our whole defense. We had Diglio and Belgard, both of our captains, basically who ran the defense. You know, we're losing both of them. You know, we had Corey, Rosenblum, and JR. You know, Corey was the top scorer on the team. He led the team in points, and JR was right behind me in goals. So with us winning like all the games by mostly our goals, not being like bragging or anything, but you know, just we're gonna lose a lot of offensive production and a lot of experience on defense. So all around the field, we're gonna have to step it up and just hope everything goes well. This year, we're looking to get a great show out of Cornitzer. You know, he stepped up in the cage last year, and you know, as a junior, we're hoping he's gonna be strong, more mature, more experienced in the cage. You know, he's gonna help us with a lot of games. We got Matt Weinstein at attack, who, you know, he got a little time this year, and we're going to need him to step up because we lose our whole attack, and you know, with attack being basically the leading in scoring, we're going to need a lot of help out of him. And we got Ian Little, who, I mean, this year he stepped up pretty big. You know, he's looking to go to camps this year, get a good stick. You know, he's gonna help us out a real lot if he can get a good stick, because he's got athletic ability that no one else on the field is pretty much going to have. You know, other than that, it's pretty good. I'm going to need to step up next year. You know, I'm going to probably get in a little better shape. You know, I play the whole game, and usually sometimes I die out. You know, that hurts our team. But this year I'm going to look to get in a lot better shape, so I can run the whole game and play as hard every single minute of the game. Because, you know, this year, with me being the returning leading scorer of the team, you're going to have other teams shutting me off. To work on my left hand, get that a lot better, and, you know, just make everything a lot better than it already is.
of you may know Dave Suntup as one of the lead play-by-play announcers and maybe even co-president of the TV club. But there's a lot more to him. I mean, he's really intelligent and really amusing, and what you may not know is he's also a two-time freestyle dancing champion. I know, it's hard to believe.
During this year's spring break, a group of Wayne Hills students traveled to New Orleans under the guidance of teachers Mr. Lehman and Mr. Mohan to help build houses for Habitat for Humanity. The experience was both something memorable and honorable, as this group of community leaders helped change the lives of people affected by Hurricane Katrina. Now let's take a closer look at the trip.
Here it comes, it's all blowing in tonight. I woke up this morning to a blood-red sky. The burning on the bridge, turning off the lights. We're on the run, I can see it in your eyes. If nothing is safe, then I don't understand. You call me a boy, but I'm trying to be the man. One more day and it's all slipping with the sand. You touch my lips and grab the back of my hand. The back of my hand. I guess we both know we're in over our heads. We got nowhere to go and no home that's left. The water is rising on the river, turning red. It all might be okay or we might be dead. If everything we've got is slipping away, I meant when I said to my dying day. Holding on to you, holding on to me. Maybe it's all gone black, but you're all I see. You're all I see. Walls are shaking to hear them sound the alarm. Glass is breaking, so don't let go of my arm. Grab your bags and a picture of where we met. All that we'll leave behind and all that's left. If everything we got is blowing away, we gotta rock and rock till our dying day. Holding on to you, holding on to me. Maybe it's all we got, but it's all I need. You're all I need. And if all we've got is what no one can break, I know I love you. If that's all we can take, the tears are coming down, they're mixing with the rain. I know I love you. If that's all we can take. Bullets running for miles on the concrete ground. We're 8 feet deep in the rain, still coming down. The TV's playing it all out of town. I'm grabbing at the fray for something that won't drown.
Drop me off in New Orleans.
Today, we're going to have a lot of work for y'all to do today, so we're very excited. Just to give y'all a brief overview of what's going on, this is the Musicians Village core site where you are right now. This was started back in May. The idea was kind of conceived by Harry Connick Jr. and Branson Marsalis as a way to quickly get a lot of homes built in the area after the storm, after Katrina, and also with a special emphasis on musicians and getting a lot of musicians into the homes. Because after the storm, in August of '05, rent prices went way through the roof. They skyrocketed because so many homes were damaged. So it was very difficult for a lot of people, especially musicians, to move back to the city quickly because what used to be a $400 apartment was a $1,500 apartment.
Bridge is here. You gotta smooth that out. Ricky, stop the camera.
Who's making it? I came here because I think that people forgot about the people who suffered so much down here, and I think that our country should really be embarrassed.
I think it's important to come here because like we have so much at home and we just and you wonder what you could do to help everyone else.
I had to come because everyone's always talking about how horrible what happened was and how it's a disaster, but no one ever does anything. So I thought it would be impressive as high school kids if we all came down.
One thing that really stood out on the tour and today was how many houses were really destroyed. I didn't realize that the hurricane did that much destruction.
I'm here because as soon as I found out about Katrina, I wanted to do something about it, but I couldn't get anything together, and I tried to start raising money to send down here as soon as it happened. And this year when I heard about it, it was a perfect opportunity to show how much I cared and come down here. And I think the people who signed up are really great people, and we really get to show how much we care.
Well, the reason I came here was because when I first saw Katrina, I was actually on the beach in Wildwood, New Jersey, and I was having a great time enjoying the summer. And I just saw the footage and it looked terrible. And I realized that I was having such a great time here on the beach, and they were being pummeled with rain and water and flood, and that something had to be done about it. And I knew that this spring break I couldn't just go sit on the beach again and have a great time. I had to go down and do something.
Well, I was I'm just shocked by how it is down here still 2 years after. We're on our way to the work site and you see houses on top of houses and then destruction right next to where you're working, put up a really nice home, and then just right next to you there's a dump, there's houses torn down, and just bricks left from houses. It's unbearable.
Once I heard about this trip and how some of my friends and fellow students were going, I felt like it was a great thing for me to do, and I needed to go.
Gotta love them red beans. You gotta love.
Oh, when the Saints go marching in. Oh, when the Saints go marching in. I want to be in that number. When the Saints go marching in. I climb up here. I'll figure all that out in a minute. When the sun refuses
A song, not my
shine,
voice, you crazy?
I still want to be in that number. When the sun
Did you take your lunch? No. Honestly, I wish I could have a group. I decided to come for a couple of reasons. The first one, I think, is the most important one, being just to help people here that need so much help. And I guess, like, that's sincerely something that is important to me, to try to help other people when I can and where I can. And I heard about this, and it was sort of like helping people, but like in a way that's interesting and fun for me to get to come here and see this city that I've never seen before, but I've heard is really awesome.
I feel an affection for living simply, an affection for helping people, and just a strong attraction to everything that Habitat for Humanity in New Orleans represents, and also just the recovery effort represents.
And then the time comes by and it comes to a point, and then I go, I'm really serious about this, and I'm really going to be doing something to help these people out. And everyone's always saying, oh man, look at those people on the TV, I wish I could do something. And then I'm actually down here building a house for one of these people they're going to be living in.
My favorite moments this week were, especially today, when the roof was put up and like the house actually looked like a real house.
I really liked the building more. It felt like we were getting more accomplished. And then we got to go out into the city, and that was a lot of fun. It's just a city that I found that I really like quite a lot.
My favorite parts have been the small signs of appreciations from local people. I really feel like I'm doing something good, and that doesn't happen that often. So, and it's nice to see that people recognize that.
Might not be the best, but it's still better than what they have here, and just you see people helping each other, and just great. You learn to appreciate things more.
I would say my favorite moment was when me and a friend were building this room in the house, and we finally finished the room, and we just pictured a family moving into it, and how they would enjoy it, and that like just two people like us can make a difference in the world.
I think my favorite moment was actually this afternoon as we were leaving the work site, when I realized that we actually built the house. Like, it was a lot different from when we started. The roof was up, a lot of windows were in, but we actually did something for the people who lost their homes in Katrina.
My favorite moment was meeting the woman's son, because it put a face to what we were building for and like who we were really helping.
My favorite moment was definitely when today the roof was lifted and we put the windows in, because I felt really accomplished.
When we were at the site, there was this woman, Wanda, who I'm like absolutely obsessed with, and I invited her to our reunion, and she's coming. She's definitely coming, and she's from the Bronx, so she's coming with her husband Jeffrey, and like we work really well together, and we make windows, and it's really a lot of fun.
Well, what inspired me the most was that our group leader person, Katie, she was a teacher in Texas, I think, and she did this for like a week, and she went back to being a teacher. Then she was she liked it so much, and she wanted to help out so much that she came back and dropped everything.
My favorite moment from this week was being able to meet people that actually lived in the houses, like the musician who put on the show for us, and also the people working with us, the man's mother was going to be living in the house. It makes it all seem, a lot more worth it, and you know what you're doing it for, and it just seems a lot more real than if we were just building for, if we didn't even know what we were doing it for, just random people.
Will drive them away. We can beat them. us were lovers. That is that.
Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in. I want to be in that number. When the saints go marching in. Oh, when the sun refused to shine. Oh, when the sun refused to shine. I still want to be in that number. When the sun refused to shine.
Sometimes, hosting the 30-minute drill let the fame get to their head.
Where's Dan?
I don't know, man. Ever since he got the lead anchor job, he hasn't been on time.
Starting at host, standing at 5'5", 140 pounds, the offspring of Karen and Scott, Daniel Adam Cohen.
Sometimes it even gets disturbing to the other anchors.
That's all the stories we have for you today. Thank you for tuning in to our final edition of Patriot Pride. A special congratulations to our graduating seniors, and best of luck to all of them next year. Once again, this has been Melissa and Nicole saying have a safe and happy summer. See you in September.
Ever since we started a 30-minute drill, security's been a major problem.
The security stinks.
I think we found a solution for this problem.
Hey, Brian. What's going on, John? Let me see your pass. Okay, you can go through.
See you, man.
Oh man, 5 minutes.
But when you got a pass?
Nah, I lost that pass in the hall. Come on, B-Ross. Welcome back to the 30-minute drill.
I deny you entrance.
Oh, snap.